Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting, and it's Paydirt battle time again. And this time we're going to be battling two Arizona Paydirts. The first one being Mike over at GoldNuggetSales and his Arizona Red, the Washes, with a guaranteed 1 gram of gold in it. And in the other corner we have Mike from VendettaProspecting and his Arizona Red, the Washes bag, with a guaranteed 1 gram of gold in it. So this is going to be a very, very interesting battle, because in most times when I'm doing a Paydirt battle, they might have one thing that's similar. The price might be the same, or the amount of gold might be the same, but almost never are the dirts themselves the same. And in this case, everything is pretty much the same about these Paydirts: the amount of gold, the cost, even the material. So it's going to be really interesting to see who wins this battle and why. But for right now, let's just flash up the description for both of these bags of Paydirt, go to the overhead, and check them out a little bit closer. As you saw from both the Mike and Mike's descriptions, they both include a video. Vendetta's includes 1 video, while Mike from GoldNuggetSales has 2. Now let's weigh these both up. This one is supposed to be 15 ounces, and it's 15.1, while Vendetta's is supposed to be 2 to 3 pounds. And it's 2 pounds 6 ounces. Now with the Vendetta description, it is a little bit more detailed, and it does go into how difficult it might or might not be. He's giving it a rating of 6.5, and on what classification it comes down to. And that's what I'll be curious about, if the material in here is smaller material than in this one, if this one's got some bigger, chunkier stuff. Let's open them up, see. We will start opening up this one, the GoldNuggetSales. And I will rinse out both these bags before the end of the video, just in case any gold is trapped in them. It almost never happens, but it's always safe to check the bags just in case some little picker or something gets stuck in a corner. Vendetta. So yeah, the Vendetta definitely has some chunkier pieces in it. And it actually looks like different material. They obviously are pulling the material from maybe a different spot. While they both do say the Washes, this one is definitely a lighter red than this one. So I'll be curious to see how they pan out. And this one definitely has some bigger chunks in it. I think he says he classifies it down to a 1/2 inch. I think that's bigger than a 1/2 inch, but not going to complain. Let's see. Magnetics. With red material, it's always hard to tell if there's any magnetics. You can't really see the black sands in it. But there we go. Let's check out this one. A little bit, not much in either one, but that doesn't mean there won't be black sands. It's just not magnetized. So if you like to use a magnet to clean out the heavies, it probably won't work with this material. But now I'm going to go classify both these down so we can see what classifications they come in. So I'll be right back. Okay, all done classifying both bags down, and these 4 are from GoldNuggetSales, while these 4 are from Vendetta. Now with the GoldNuggetSales, you can see it's pretty equal amounts in all 4 classifications, with a little bit more in the -40. So this one will probably be a little bit more difficult to pan out, just because a lot of the material is in the -40. While with the Vendetta Prospecting bag, the vast majority of the material is in the +10, and then next would be the -40. So this one, once you're finished panning the +10, I think you're going to have about the same amount of material than you did in the GoldNuggetSales bag. So the extra pound of material you're getting is only because he's adding in a lot of chunkier stuff, which will make me wonder if there's going to be any gold in this +10. But the only way to find out is to go pan them out. So we're going to go pan out all 8 of these containers of gold. We're going to start with the GoldNuggetSales, and then we're going to move on to the Vendetta. So let's get to it.
It's early in the morning and the stars are falling over the fields where the sun's coming up, and into the woods where the dreams are calling goes a little red-haired girl. Well, she wild as a wind blowing on the ocean, sweet as the breeze in the tops of the trees. She's off in a whirl if she takes a notion. Oh, the little red bright as a summer morning, heart as light as a Christmas day, a temper that knew without warning. Oh, the little red-haired girl. And all around Avonlea and all around the world, you're never gonna find another like the lovely little red-haired girl. I love the little red-haired girl. And she wonders if she's pretty. He's too shy to tell her so. Wonder what she's thinking. You'll never ever know. I could take all the tea that's grown in China and take all the money that runs this world, trade it all away for a walk down the lane with a little red-haired girl. And all around Avonlea and all around the world, you're never gonna find another like the lovely little red-haired girl. I love the little red-haired girl. Yes. It's early in the morning and the stars are falling over the fields where the sun's coming up, and into the woods where the dreams are calling goes a little red-haired girl. Well, she wild as a wind blowing on the ocean, sweet as the breeze in the tops of the trees. She's off in a whirl if she takes a notion. Oh, the little red-haired girl. And all around Avonlea and all around the world, you're never gonna find another like the lovely little red-haired girl. I love the little red-haired girl. She got a smile as bright as a summer morning, heart as light as a Christmas day, a temper that knew without warning. Oh, the little red-haired girl. And all around Avonlea and all around the world, you're never gonna find another like the lovely little red-haired girl. I love the little red-haired girl. And she wonders if she's pretty. He's too shy to tell her so. Wonder what she's thinking. You'll never ever know. I could take all the tea that's grown in China and take all the money that runs this world, trade it all away for a walk down the lane with a little red-haired girl. And all around Avonlea and all around the world, you're never gonna find another like the lovely little red-haired girl. I love the little red-haired girl. Yes, all around Avonlea and all around the world, you're never gonna find another like the lovely little red-haired girl. I love the little red-haired girl.
Well, finished panning everything out as you saw, and that wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be, but we'll get to that in a minute. For right now, let's show you the gold I found. In the gold nugget sales, I found gold in every classification. We'll put these down here. Plus 10. Me trying to spill it all. And I also found gold in every classification from the Vendetta bag of Paydirt. But I will say, I had to go back and get these 3 pieces in my tailings because I missed them the first time I panned it out. That is why I go through all my material multiple times when I'm doing a review, just to make sure I don't miss anything. I don't think those are going to budge the scale, but it's better to always go back through your tailings to recover any gold you might miss. Now, both of these bags were guaranteed 1 gram of gold, and let's start with the gold nugget sales and just start weighing it up. Plus 10, 0.515. Add into that the minus 10 plus 20. Minus 20 plus 40. So there we go. We're at 1.070. And this might budge the scale a little bit, but I don't know. And nope. 1.070 grams. Spoke too soon as usual. 1.075. Let's put this to the side. And we'll weigh up the Vendetta Paydirt, or the Vendetta Gold. We'll start again with the plus 10. 0.2. 0.475. And there we go. 1 gram on the dot. I might have to double check and make sure I didn't miss any again. But 1 gram, I found the 1 gram I was guaranteed. Now for this Arizona Red, the washes, bags of Paydirt, they were both pretty much the same when it came to difficulty. They both only had a little bit of black sands. They had gold in every classification, and they both were extremely silty, which clouded up the water. So for a beginner, I would give this a hard. For an advanced panner, I would give this a medium. And for an expert panner, I would give these a medium as well, but very low on the scale. Now, if I had to pick one which would be more difficult than the other, it would be the Vendetta bag, just because you get 2 to 3 times as much material. But the really most difficult thing about these bags of Paydirt is how silty they are. So if you either pre-rinse the material or go really, really slow, it shouldn't be too much of a problem, and it'll make it a little bit easier to pan out. All right, finished calculating my ROIs, writing out my reviews, and let's see who won this battle. Now again, I went through 2 bags of Paydirt from the Arizona Red, the washes. 1 bag from Mike over at GoldNuggetSales, and 1 bag from Mike over at VendettaProspecting. Now both bags were guaranteed 1 gram of gold, and both bags had the exact same spot price of $73.52 on the day that my secret shopper ordered these. Now the Gold Nugget Sales bag cost $80.95 plus $6.95 shipping for a grand total of $87.90, while the Vendetta bag of Paydirt cost $88, free shipping, so total cost of $88. Now obviously the Gold Nugget Sales bag was 10 cents cheaper, but I don't really think you could buy anything with a dime these days, so they were pretty much the same price. Now with the Gold Nugget Sales, I ended up recovering 1.070 grams of gold. I went back and double checked the weight because it had went up to 1.075, but my air conditioner just went on as well. So I went back, waited for everything to settle down, and I re-weighted a couple times, and it ended up being 1.070 grams. Now the Vendetta ended up, I found 1.000 grams of gold, and I did go back through the tailings a 3rd and 4th times, and I didn't find any more gold. And that doesn't mean I didn't miss any. There still could be some gold that I missed. It is why I have a disclaimer at the end of all my videos, because I am not always guaranteed 100% that I will find every tiny little speck of gold. And then again, I'm not going to complain because I only ordered a bag of Paydirt that was guaranteed 1 gram of gold, and I found that 1 gram of gold. Now again, the gold spot was $73.52, so let's just flash up my stats right here, and there we go. So for the Gold Nugget sales, the gold's value was worth $78.67, while the Vendetta's was worth $73.52. So it's unbelievable. I have to say, with gold prices being so high, it's so, to me, crazy that even 0.070 grams of gold is worth about $5.50 now. It used to be that was a couple pennies. That was just a couple pennies added on. Now that's $5 worth of gold. The ROI for the Gold Nugget sales bag was 89.50%, while with the Vendetta Prospecting it was 83.55%, or on my scale an 8.4. The Gold Nugget sales was a 9.0. Now for fun factor, I'm going to leave them the exact same 9.0 and 8.4. There was nothing to distract from the score, and there was nothing to add to it. They were both even scored on that. For description, I'm going to give Gold Nugget sales an 8. And since I did say earlier I thought Vendetta's was a little bit better, I'm going to give him a 9. They are pretty much great descriptions on either end. You get to watch a lot of videos with the Gold Nugget sales, but Vendetta's does have more written that something might catch your eye and you might miss in a video. So I am going to give that to Vendetta Prospecting. For quantity and packaging, they both weighed the stated amount they were supposed to, the 2 pounds for Vendetta and the 15 ounces for Gold Nugget sales. But the Gold Nugget sales did come double bagged, so I gave him a little bit of extra points for that. So he's going to get a 9.5, and the Vendetta is going to get a 9.0. They were both great with customer service and shipping. They both shipped out incredibly fast. I think the Gold Nugget sales showed up a few days later, but they both shipped on the same day, and that's all I worry about. If the post office loses something, that's not on the seller. So they both get a 10 for that, giving Gold Nugget sales a total score of 9.1 and the Vendetta Prospecting a total score of 9.0. But I am not going to declare a winner. I know there's a 0.1 in Gold Nugget sales' favor, but I think either one of these bags could easily win this. I might have missed some gold. I might have missed some questions or something in the description from Gold Nugget sales. I might have missed some of his gold as well. So I don't think there was a winner. I think you will win either way. I think they were both really good bags of Paydirt. They both had gold in all 4 classifications. It's almost identical material. The Gold Nugget sales is a darker red, more like you would get from Australia or something like that, while the Vendetta wasn't as bright red. So would I order either one of these bags, and which bag should you go and order? Well, I would definitely order both of these bags again. I think Gold Nugget sales and Vendetta Prospecting are the top 2 Paydirt sellers currently selling Paydirt, and I don't think you would be wrong to buy from either one. I think it's really just going to depend on what you want. If you want more material, you might want to order from Vendetta Prospecting. However, if you're planning on buying a couple bags of Paydirt, you might want to go with Gold Nugget sales, because then you'll get combined shipping, which will reduce the price a little bit for each one of those bags because you're not paying individual shipping for each one. But I think you should really order one from each of them. And I will say, I think there was a really missed moment when they made the labels for these bags. They should have had each one of them only be on each bag. So Vendetta should have been looking one way on his bag, holding half of that big gold nugget. And then Mike from Gold Nugget Sales should have been facing the other way, holding the other half. So that way you'd have to buy both bags to match them up together so you could see both of them looking at each other and both of those pieces of gold put together. But that's just me and my crazy ideas. What do I know? But that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. Happy painting. And if you're not already a subscriber, think about hitting the subscribe button below.